A very warm greetings to all our viewers. Last week was a big fall, and the Fed commentary, which was pretty hawkish, spooked the market. So US market fell. We were already falling before the Fed outcome, but after the meeting minutes were out and after the Fed chairman's speech was out, we fell even more. So we are poised. We are at a point where uh, there seems to be a sustained downturn. And the question that is being asked is that will we pause here or we are going to go further down? For that, we have our expert, Hussain, coming out with this analysis based on Neowave, both Bank Nifty and Nifty. So welcome, Hussain. Let's see how
Thank you,
it
sir.
starts
Thank you.
looking and take our viewers through the weekly forecast.
Thank you, sir. Yes. So it is a stark difference when we met last week, where we were so excited with this up move. So we'll take just a quick recap for 2 minutes.
Sure, sure.
When we met last, we had taken two cases, right? The first case we had taken for continuation.
Yep.
We had said that if 53,888 is taken out, we will continue our journey to the top side. And we were so close to the all-time high, we said it will get closer. Okay? We had taken a second case to stay objective because we didn't want to get biased. We always take our two cases, and the second one is to stay objective. We had said that till this Friday low, that is 52,264, stays intact, there may be a possibility that we will go sideways. There could be some alternation in the legs that are coming to the downside. जब तक ये Friday का low intact रहता है, we were not expecting any major breakdown.
Right, right.
So this Friday low was broken on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We still expected कि चलो कोई वांदा नहीं. If we look at this leg to the downside, and I'll just switch off the candles, and we look at this leg to the downside, it is possible that there might be some complexity alternation over here. We may make one move ऐसे, उसके बाद अगर गिरता है ना, we would be a little more clear on our count.
Correct.
हुआ क्या सर कि that did not happen. On Thursday we had a gap down, and on Friday we had continued selling. Okay, so just to summarize the previous week, through the week the price action showed a sustained weakness, and now we can clearly see that this was a directional movement to the downside. So based on this movement of last week, it forced us to rework our count. क्योंकि क्या हुआ सर कि ये E point भी पूरा निकल गया यहाँ पे.
Correct.
For that, we just moved on to one time frame higher. Okay, I'm just compressing my chart. Give me 1 second.
And you know what Hussain is going to show is very interesting for the Neowave practitioners or the learners. Because when we typically look at the daily chart, daily wave chart, it would be the weekly time frame, but here he's going to look at daily with a monthly time frame. Yeah, please go ahead.
Ji sir. So in essence, what I'm doing is when we take the weekly chart, we get a monthly count. Over here, I'm taking the daily chart and I'm enforcing the monthly count on it.
Right.
So that I'm getting exact 30 days from the start of the month to the end of the month. I'm giving exact 30 data points. It will take the high and low from there. So because I want to rework my count and I want to look at a higher time frame, first thing what I'm going to do is I want to know that where something new started. In essence, I'm just identifying each leg. Okay, I'm going to identify it using this black dot. Okay, I'll just put this on repeat. Something started from here. Why would I say that? Is because I have an engulfing wave to the top side.
Right.
Okay. Engulfing wave will always be the start of something new. You can see from here to here, it is directional. So simple analysis है, prior swing high को तोड़ दिया है. ठीक है? From there to there to यहाँ तक, I have a retracement, or you can say rather reaction to this movement to the top side. You will notice again यहाँ पे I have an engulfing wave. So I know something happened over here. I'm just doing very basic foundational analysis, sir, as on today. Over here, I have identified the 5 legs that have moved in the top side direction. ठीक है? ये मैं हटा देता हूं, ये हटा देता हूं. Okay. So, so that this video does not become too large, I'm just labeling it. Okay. For those of our practitioners who know Neowave, who know what a terminal pattern is, they will notice that wave 4 has to overlap with wave 2, but cannot go below wave 2.
Right.
So basically, the requirements for a terminal pattern have been met. I'm just going to connect the two using a 2-4 trend line. Okay? As of right now, sir, I'm considering this as a terminal pattern on the monthly chart. For this count to be valid, basically what happens that whatever analysis you have done as a Neowave practitioner, it is only the post pattern behavior that confirms whether your analysis is correct or not, whether the pattern you have identified is correct or not. In essence, sir, these conditions have to be met. I have listed them out over here. The first condition is that this entire leg, which I'm considering as wave 5, should be taken out in the same or less time than wave 5 took to form. In essence, by the end of December, this fifth leg that is there should be taken out.
Right.
I'm just going to read the conditions here, sir, since I've already listed them out for us, for our viewers. The 2-4 trend line should be broken. The level that it comes at is around 49,800. Wave 4 should be retraced. That is this low, which is around 49,787. I'll just switch on the candle. So I'll give you the exact date. It's 21st November low, 49,787. You can see it on the screen. The third condition is this low, 49,654, should also be taken out. Okay.
Yeah. So essentially,
If
if you
these,
look at all the three, then 49,654 has to break down.
yes, sir. The only reason I'm giving it to you step by step is so that we know that, okay, what we have analyzed on such a large
Yeah.
chart, na, sir, because this is
Yeah.
for
No,
1 month.
that's good. But
So I'm just
essentially,
taking it stepwise.
yeah. But essentially, between 800 to 654, it is 150 point, which is not a big thing in Bank Nifty. So
That's right, sir.
essentially,
Absolutely.
we need to look at breaking of 49,654. If there is one level that
That's
we
right,
want to
sir.
remember. Yeah.
Absolutely right, sir.
Yep.
So I need these levels to be broken in the allotted time. So I'm looking at the allotted time till about, you can say, end of this month, 31st December, आप पकड़ के चलिए.
Okay. Okay.
In that much time, 49,654 should be retraced. Then whatever analysis I have done on this monthly chart will be confirmed. This is the post pattern behavior.
Right.
Okay? I would also like to stay objective, and hence I've taken a case 2. I'm just switching on the candles here. The first indication that आपने जो भी analysis case 1 में किया है, like we did last week also, we said कि वो 53,888 टूटेगा तो हम ऊपर जाएंगे.
Right.
केस 2 ऑब्जेक्टिव में फ्राइडे का लो हमने लिया था कि ये अगर कटा तो समथिंग हैज चेंज्ड. Same thing I'm doing over here. I'm taking you on a 75-minute time frame. Okay. My case 2 says the first indication that something has changed will be if a prior swing high is taken out. That level is about 51,800. सर अगर ये लेवल टूटा मतलब प्राइजेस बेसिकली यहां आ गए एंड देयर इज अ गैप बिटवीन वेडनेसडे एंड आई बिलीव दिस शुड बी थर्सडे इफ आई एम नॉट मिस्टेकन. यस, between Wednesday and Thursday. If I see the price over here, I know something is wrong. I'll have to wait for some time.
Right.
Let me see what happens over here. Will it just come here and then continue back down or go up? I will only be able to tell you when I see that. Within the week, sir, I can post that chart if something like this is to happen.
Okay. Okay.
Okay? So that is my case to stay objective. I will just summarize. Because of the sustained move to the downside,
Mhm.
we had to rework our count. We went one time frame higher. We went on the monthly chart.
Right.
We could see that there is a five-wave move. Okay, right here. I'll just switch off the candles. We could see a five-wave move. We saw a directional move to the downside. We have taken case one for continuation. We may see 49,654 by the end of this month.
Right.
Let that happen. Then, sir, we can talk about what we may see somewhere in March or June, something of that sort, based on the monthly time frame. लेकिन पहले सर ये होना बहुत जरूरी है to tell us that we are on the correct track. ठीक है? I've taken a case two also. If I'm seeing sustained movement to the downside, at no point do I want to see a prior swing high being broken or engulfed. That level is about 51,800 plus minus we can give say 50 points, no problem. But 51,800 अगर टूटा तो हमें पता है कि बॉस कुछ तो गड़बड़ है.
Right. Right.
Okay, this was
I
my
mean,
summary on
that
the
may be
bank
good.
nifty.
That may be good for the investors if it goes up. So, what happens? Just a quick thing before we move to Nifty. What happens if till 1st of January we remain between these two levels, 51,800 and 49,650?
You're saying in between sir मतलब ये टूटे ही नहीं
हाँ,
ऐसा ही
मैंने
यहाँ
नीचे
पे ही
नहीं
रह
टूटे
जाए.
और ऊपर भी नहीं टूटे. Because you mentioned that 1st of January tak, if we are going down, if it is a terminal impulse pattern, then by
जी
1st
आई
of
एम
January,
एक्सपेक्टिंग समथिंग लाइक दिस.
like this,
Yes,
right? So
yes,
you are expecting
right.
49,650 to be broken down, correct? And you said if
49,650.
that
Yes.
doesn't happen and we cross 51,800, then we know that it is probably not terminal impulse. We look at reworking and seeing what kind of pattern is forming, correct?
Absolutely, sir. I will just take you back on the day chart. If I'm seeing 51,800, I'm just going to put a FIBO over here, sir. 51,800 is about 38% of this move to the downside. I
Right.
will want to know what is price action doing over here. ऐसे कुछ हुआ और नीचे आया, ऐसे भी हो सकता है सर. बट फॉर मी टू नो दैट आई नीड टू आइडेंटिफाई कि यहाँ क्या हुआ है. ये
Yeah.
38% पे रुका, डिड इट गो टिल
Yeah, so
61%?
basically, you're
What is
saying,
happening?
if it is somewhere in between, then we need to reevaluate and we need to see what is it.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
sir. Absolutely.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
in
Fine.
Neowave, I need two waves to know what the third one is going to be.
Sure. 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 So
As
let's
of
move
right
to,
now, this is something new.
yeah. Yeah.
If at all there is a retracement, I will have to wait and check the nature of that retracement
Sure.
in order to know what is going to happen next.
Okay. Great. Yeah. Let's move to
That's
Nifty.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the interest of time, I have directly moved to the monthly chart. You will see it here on the top right.
Yeah.
Okay. So in Nifty, the movement was similar to Bank Nifty, as in when that Friday low was broken in Nifty as well. And I'll just switch on the candles. You will see over here 24,180. As soon as that was it? Let me just confirm. Yeah, it was 24,180. Once that was broken, we saw sustained directional movement to the downside. Okay. So same as Bank Nifty, if I look at Nifty and I try and identify where something started, right over here, I have an engulfing wave. I know something has started over here. I'm just going to mark the individual legs. These are the 5 legs that I see to the top side.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So the difference between Nifty and Bank Nifty is in Bank Nifty, we saw a terminal pattern. In Nifty, I cannot take this as a terminal pattern because 4 can never go below the end point of 2. I'll just mark it out, sir, so you can identify what I'm saying. 4 and 5. So because this has happened, allow me 1 second.
Yeah.
Because 4 has gone below 2, this is not a terminal.
Uh-huh.
This rule cannot be broken. Hence, I am considering this as a triangle. It is basically a contracting triangle with
Uh-huh.
reverse alternation where the D leg is bigger than the B leg. This is allowed as per the rules.
Right.
Okay? So same thing. My case one is for continuation. In order for our analysis on this larger chart to stand true,
Mhm.
the low of 23,263, and I'll just switch on the candles. I'll move this black dot. You will see that low is of 21st November.
Mm.
If this low is broken and it is taken out in less time, we are going to keep the same time, 31st December. We should see 23,263 and 23,000 taken out. These will be my conditions
Mm. Mm.
for our marking on this larger chart to stand true. In order to stay objective, I will just take you to a 75-minute time frame. In a sustained move to the downside, I do not want to see swing highs being taken out.
Right.
Let me just compress my chart so I can get my writing over here. That's it. So that level we have identified as 24,065. This is the Friday high. You can see it on your screen, 2465. If this level is broken, we know that something has changed. We will give it some time, let the market reveal its structure. Then I will be able to update our viewers.
Mm.
I'll just go back to the day chart. I'll summarize my analysis on Nifty. It is this movement to the downside, the
Mhm.
sustained movement to the downside,
Right.
that forced us to rework our count and look at the larger chart in order to get a clarity of structure. This move to the top side is also in 5 legs, which is similar to that in Bank Nifty. It was broken with thrust. We did not get any complexity alternation between 2 and 4. However, it continued to go down in a sustained fashion.
Mhm.
After reworking our count, we realized that this is a larger chart that is turning negative.
Right.
If that is so, we don't want to jump in. We want to see 23,263 and 23,000 taken out before the end of the month.
Mm.
If that happens, sir, then we can, when we meet next week, we will take the larger structure and we will put certain conditions down कि ये larger structure अगर negative हुआ है तो ये कहां तक जाने का potential है.
Right.
That would be my analysis on Nifty.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah. जी sir.
Great. So I think we need to remain cautious. There was a big fall, uh, which came last week, which was in some way out of syllabus. But now that has happened, we need to keep a close watch. When I look at most of the charts in the FNO segment, most of the stocks, they look pretty weak. So there is an overall weakness. Uh, Small caps are holding better than the large caps. So we need to be cautious. And at some level, I feel that it is better to take some time off from very active trading during the last part of the year, have a good holiday, enjoy with family, spend some quality time with family and friends, and then come back with full vigor for the new year. We may not have our video next week for the same reason because we'll be taking some time off. Wishing all of you a very happy trading week, very happy holidays, and an excellent new year 2025. And we'll meet again with Neowave video in the first week of January. Thank you so much.
Thank you.